we've roasted here many times. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch low for a ball. So that makes it a full count here. 2 on for Green Hill, 2 out. And we need a strike, Samaya Sandifer. Toes the rubber, and the pitch on the way. Lined into left field, but foul, thankfully. If that stays fair, that's 2 runs, easily.
I just took off in my private plane. Wow, I didn't give anybody the keys.
I thought that one was yours.
Yeah.
Had JD on the side of it.
Yeah. I'm grasping, man, for anything.
Up here. Left field. Pope goes back, and it's over the fence. Another 3-run shot. This one belongs to. That was not hit, like thunderously, but enough to get it over.
I think that wind helped that one.
Yeah.
I really do. Again, 1 out away from getting out of trouble, and then boom.
1 strike. It was a full count, too. Makes your new score 9-4. Stewarts Creek able to get it down to a 2-run lead for Green Hill, but now back to a 5-run lead for the Lady Hawks. Fouled back is Avery Stockwell. She's walked, singled, and scored a run today. We're in the top of the 3rd. Sandifer's pitch. A ball outside.
That pitch on a regular fence, that might not have made it.
Right.
I'm not taking anything away from the hit. It was big. It was huge.
It's a strike over.
It was going to score 2 either, whether it went over or not. It was going to at least score 2.
You do see probably a lot more home runs in the state tournament, just because of that fact, at least here. Outside for a ball. Don't have that issue.
I keep looking at that wind, though. It
McKnight
is blowing directly out.
Yeah.
I mean,
in the direction of all 3 homers in this game so far. Unfortunately, they're up 2 homers to 1. And both of theirs have been 3-run homers. Well, every home run has been a 3-run homer. Isn't that weird? Outside for a ball. Wiggle had hers in the bottom of the 2nd. Three-two, outside, and it is a walk. 2nd walk of the inning. 3rd walk of the game for Sandifer. And Chesney Whipker is your batter. She's the 4-hole hitter. Has flied out to center and popped to short. I hope Whipker does not take advantage of the whipping wind.
I see where you go with that. I like that. Yeah, good.
Thought about that for a long time. 1-0. Fouled back. Takes the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. 72 degrees right now at 20 till 11. 1-1, just a bit high. Let's see. The next, well, looks like up to 79 by the afternoon. 76 tomorrow, 73 Friday, 77 Saturday.
Oh, we couldn't ask for better weather now.
No. This one's a ball as well now. It's a 3-1 count.
Kind of glad we made the decision to come up here, though, because the length of this game is you've gotten tanned.
And another walk as it sails high. Third walk of the inning. We were a whisker away from only having 4 batters come up here. The double by Page, then a ground out to the pitcher and a strikeout, but then it's been walk, 3-run homer, walk, walk. And Burns is somebody you don't want to see. She had the 3-run blast in the first and has singled as well, so she's 2 for 2 with 2 on and 2 out. Pitch on the way, and it's outside.
Well, the walks have just absolutely killed Stewarts Creek. You're just asking for trouble. You're putting base runners on, and you're batting around the order again, and you're bringing those big hitters back up again.
Well, they get to come up every inning.
Right.
Or they have so far. Popped her up here. Is Sandifer going to be able to camp under it? Yes. And that will end the 3rd inning. But another 3 runs. It's been 3 runs every inning so far for Green Hill on 2 hits, including a 3-run home run. There were 3 walks in the inning, and there were 2 left. Let's move to the bottom of the 3rd. More runs to go get. Lady Redhawks on State Farm Prep Sports down 9-4.
Sir Pizza.
You can now order Murfreesboro's favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com. We've made ordering online a breeze. From sirpizzatn.com, tap on the location nearest you and begin your order for carryout or delivery. You can order the Royal Feast, create your own, spaghetti, calzones, everything right from our online portal at sirpizzatn.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brandon Craig with Craig's Tax Service. We're proud to support all Rutherford County athletes.
Craig's Tax Service reminds you that it makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We've been serving Rutherford County since 1988.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
We're just off Memorial Boulevard at 142 Heritage Park Drive.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Well, let's go right to it, Brian. Here we go.
All right. It's Addison Brawley who is going to lead it off here for Stewarts Creek. Once again, down by 5 runs, 9-4. Pitch sails to the outside. It's Brawley, Wilson, Willis, 6, 7, 8. Two and 0 is your count. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Looks this one off the outside of the plate. I guess it was 3-0 before that pitch because that's a leadoff walk.
It was.
That is only the second walk that the pitching duo of Merced and O'Donnell have given up. It's always good to get the leadoff girl aboard. This one low for a ball.
Man,
Elena Wilson, the batter.
That home plate umpire hadn't had to raise his hand very much.
No, if maybe it's broken.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I mean,
We're going to get thrown out of the state tournament.
1-0. Oh, there it is. Throw down to first. He may have rotator cuff, though, seriously.
Oh, no. Stop it.
1 ball and 1 strike is your count.
Well, he tries to rush up Wilson a little bit there.
Swung on foul down the third base side.
If you see Wilson on the field, you go, wow, she's so tall. Doesn't look that bad here, but
Yeah,
I'd say she's 6 foot at least, isn't she?
I would think
Probably.
so. She may be the tallest person on the field, including the adults.
Well, that umpire, that home plate umpire.
Well, he's a little tall, isn't he? Popped up in the infield over to the second baseman, Whipker, for 1 out. I guess that's why he's a little tall, but his arms are small, like a T-Rex. So,
Okay. That was Brian Barrett who just said that. Just want to make sure that everybody knows. Hey, it's low, a ball.
thank you. Riley Wilson is your batter. She singled and led off the second inning, which was a good second inning.
Willis and Fox both 1 for 1.
Ooh, this one way inside. Down by 5 runs. Stewarts Creek scored 1 in the first and 3 in the second, but it's been a 3 spot every time up for Green Hill. Hot
great.
shot to third, great stop by Stockwell. Throw to second, on to first, safe. Almost turned the double play.
That first base umpire, I got so excited because he was in a stance to go, it's going to be a double play, but no. She beat that by about a half a step. That was a great play. Robbed her of a hit.
We are going to have a runner here. And that's Jada Amos. So the sophomore running for Willis at first. But there are 2 out for Lily Fox. Lily, let's do the Lily thing. Popped up. Muscle your way on and get us to the top of the order here.
We've not had an inning where there wasn't any scoring.
That is true. Don't need it to be this one. O'Donnell gets that strike call, and she is ahead 0-2.
I'll say this for the home plate umpire. He's consistent. You've got to hit it that one spot. You can almost guarantee it's a strike. Outside corner, got to nip the plate.
Fly ball into left field and up against the fence. They get it in a hurry, but not before Amos gets all the way to third, and Fox delivers again.
I'm not Coach Fernandez, but I'm going to tell you, with her being a freshman, she's going to move her way up that lineup.
Yeah.
Might not be next year, but it'll be the next year. There aren't any seniors.
No. She is just a freshman and back to the top of the order, and Chloe Quiggle. She had a 3-run homer her last time up. This one low for a ball to Quiggle. That was the first batter. Well, is that right? Yeah, she was the first batter O'Donnell faced. Pitch outside.
Big runners out there. Need to keep picking away. It's a big opportunity.
2 out in the inning, but yeah, pecking away. Both teams have done a lot with just 1 out to work with. Popped up right side and out of play off the Green Hill dugout. At second is Fox. Amos running for Willis is at third. And the count is 3-1 now after that pitch to Chloe Quiggle. The pitch on the way. Right back at the pitcher. She knocked it down. I don't think there's going to be a play, and a run is in. It hit right off at the thigh of O'Donnell in the pitcher circle.
I'll give her a hit.
So now 9-5.
She's driven in 4 runs today.
Single and an RBI, and runners at the corners for Stewarts Creek. Looked like Coach Sanders she's trying to communicate to her pitcher. That's what it is. She came out of the dugout. That's probably going to leave a mark there on O'Donnell, but she's tough. Softball players are. A little soft looper out there by Stembridge on the first pitch to Walter, and that is going to be caught for out number 3. So here is your recap here in the third. Stewarts Creek gets 1 run on 2 hits, a walk, and 2 left. So your new score as we go to the 4th inning, it is 9-5 Green Hill over Stewarts Creek. State Farm Prep Sports coverage of Spring Fling.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. Let's hear what some customers have to say about Dr. Automotive.
I just really appreciate Danny and his whole team. I always feel like I'm going to get great service and the right outcome.
You just don't find any better people.
He's always been very good.
We've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
Parks Auction. We handle everything.
You have a staff that comes to your home. They tell you what to do. They walk you through it. It's been my experience that what I thought I should get for my home, I got much more for it.
Visit our website at parksauction.com.
Hi there, Parks Auction, 896-4600. Stan Vaught and the Parks Auction team are proud supporters of local high school and MTSU sports.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Brought to you by Good Neighbor State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. And our new pitcher is Cadence Mashburn, the freshman. John Dinkins, Brian Barrett with you, along with Ben, the scorekeeper. Ben's a coach.
Is that right?
Ben's a coach, yeah.
He looks like a coach.
Yeah, he does. It's lean, trim, athletic.
We look like.
Don't go there. Don't even go there. You've never coached, so you can look like you look. Oh, that sounded bad, didn't it? I didn't mean it that way.
You didn't have no idea where I was going.
I didn't mean it that way.
So I was trying to check on our defensive changes. I know Sandifer is going to go back to third.
Wilson is probably in right, but I don't know that for sure.
It doesn't look like it. So I think she's just out. And the batter here is Taylor Watson.
Well, I would not be truthful if I didn't say you got to hold them here.
Yeah.
Really need to hold them for the next, 3 innings, 4.
I think a 3-up, 3-down inning would be really huge for really either team, but that was not as big of an inning last inning for Stewarts Creek. Sails this one across for a strike, 1-1. Cadence Mashburn. She is a freshman. Got to see her pitch. Was it in that Wilson Central game she came in, I think?
Yes.
If you won that game, you were in the championship game.
Winning pitcher.
Swing and a miss. Threw some wicked stuff up there at her that time. Let's see. Since coach doesn't use a designated player, I guess that's really what Wilson is going to become. Pitch swung on, popped up right side, and it's going to hit over the fence near the dugout on the first base side. So regardless, win or lose this game, you're going to have to turn around and play again at 3:30 this afternoon. And I'm not sure if there's another game on this field, but if you win this game, you play right back here on this field again. If not, it's field 3. But here at Starplex. Got her fish after one, and it's going to be strikeout, throw out. And welcome to the state tournament, Caden Smashburn. That is just the second strikeout of the game. And we have seen 5 different pitchers between the two squads here. That tells you what kind of a game it's been. First out recorded. And Jayla Page, the batter, she's 1 for 2. She doubled her last time up in the third and scored a run. We don't want to get back to the top of the order here. That's where they've done a lot of the damage. This ball is low for, this pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. I'll put it that way. Approaching 11 o'clock here on 101.9, 100.5, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. Pitch swung on and lifted past the shortstop Quiggle and into the outfield for a 1-out hit for Page, who is 2 for 3 today now. O'Donnell led off the second inning with a double. I can't remember. I think just one of those 2 doubles was a ground rule double. I think the other was an inside the field double.
Nice change up there.
Yep, O'Donnell was after that one. O'Donnell, after 1 inning, came in, went from the DP to the pitcher's circle. A 1. A little loop to Fox, up with it, throws to first, and that will advance the runner, obviously. But O'Donnell going to be retired. Alex Frost is the batter here in the 9-hole. Walked and struck out. I would take another strikeout here and be done. Popped it up right side, though. And who is under it? That's Fox, who came over. Very good inning here for the Stewarts Creek defense, and Caden Smashburn came in, and this is the first half inning that nobody has scored a run. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th and go get some runs. Stewarts Creek trailing 9-5 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hello, this is Coy Young at Las Casas Feed Supply. We'd like to welcome you to our door and hope you find the customer service and expertise that exceeds your expectations.
Las Casas Feed Supply caters to all homeowners with a 1/4 acre to several acres, focusing on premium feeds and dog foods you won't find in box stores.
Nutrition is our specialty here at Las Casas Feed.
And yes, you can even get milk from the MTSU dairy at Las Casas Feed Supply, the best milk in town. Las Casas Feed on Barlow Lane, just off Highway 96 East in Las Casas.
In Rutherford County, you know how much it means to have neighbors you can count on. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, here to help life go right when you combine home and auto insurance. Call me today at 615-890-0850 and let me save you money and time.
Local business owners, you know how important it is to be here for your customers. I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and I run a small business in Rutherford County too, and I'm here to help you protect your small business. Call me at 615-895-2700.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
State Farm Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS and Big GTV is brought to you in part today by JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates, Little Caesars Pizza, Raybird Insurance Agent Rick Hall, and Las Casas Feed Supply.
Well, John, we need to take advantage of Green Hill not scoring any runs for the first time. They had a 3 spot in the first, second, and third, but scoreless top of the fourth. Trailing by 4 runs here. Lady Red Hawks bring up 3, 4, and 5 hitters, and Sandiford takes the ball on the first pitch from Julia O'Donnell. Swung on and lifted up against the fence. It's over the fence. A solo shot by Samaya Sandifer. Didn't know if it bounced over or not. That is the second home run of the game for Stewarts Creek. This a solo homer. (9-6). This one swing of the bat, John.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter there. I guess one step closer.
Boy, that left field has been very today. With your batter now, Jaden Brawley. First. Second pitch a ball as well. Right? Yeah. 2-0. I was just trying to look over and see if I saw any scores from anything else, and not so far. I need to look at the TSSAAsports.com here. In another 4A game, it's Dixon County 3, Farragut 1. That's being played just right back here behind us. Rossview and Dobbins-Bennett. Dobbins-Bennett was the team, you may remember, played Stewarts Creek in the championship game, so they're the defending state champions. We've got a pitching change here as well, and we'll just keep it right here. Find their roster. That's P.K. Barnes, Jr. So a new pitcher. What is that now? We've had 6 pitchers, 3 for each team. I'd hate to have to do the, oh wait, that's me. I've got to do the stats at the end of the game. This is rigged.
You're the one that said I go first. I went, okay.
Well, I was trying to keep the order, you know.
And what did I say?
You said you wanted me to do it all the time.
You go first all the time.
Uh-huh.
Just trying to be nice.
Walker Valley leads 6-1. Those are all 4A games that are going on.
I think Eagleville softball's at 11, isn't it?
Yes.
Is that right?
Should be getting underway any moment now. They have not started. Yes, they have started, actually. Bottom of the first, no score. Pitch was a ball as well, so it's a 3-0 count to Brawley. Nips that outer corner. Eagleville is playing North Green. The pitch outside, and it is a walk. The third walk of the game. And obviously the first for Barnes. So 1 on, Lexi Pope the batter. Already Sandifer drove herself in. Low to Pope. She singled, grounded out, and has driven in a run today. Eagleville plays at 11 and then at 5. Ball low. And they will play Wynn at McKnight Field number 2. or a loss at McKnight Field 4, which is where they're playing right now. Little squibber back to the pitcher's circle. They throw down to second to retire Brawley. So that is a fielder's choice, 1-4. I think that was 1-6 actually, but regardless, fielder's choice. And now Brawley, Addison Brawley, the batter. Low 1-0.
Having trouble throwing strikes that don't help her out.
Yep. That's been an issue for all pitchers. Here's lined into left field, and this is going to go and roll and roll. There's going to be a play at third, but she's in safely, and that's going to allow Addison Brawley with the throw to third to get all the way to second. Pope is at third, so runners at second and third. And the batter, Elena Wilson now. I think. No, it is not. This is Mashburn. Cadence Mashburn, the batter, and takes a strike on the outer half.
Addison Brawley with a perfect day, 2 for 2 with a walk. Who is this batter?
This is Mashburn.
Okay.
This is the spot of Wilson. Count 1 ball and 1 strike now. Mashburn represents at the plate the tying run in this game. Just 1 away. Swung at a low one there, tried to golf it away. 1 ball and 2 strikes now, your count. Need to keep this inning going here. It's a good one so far. Swing and a miss. Ball dropped, though. They're going to have to throw her out at first, and the throw is wild, and another run is in. Oh, there's going to be 2 runs in. Mashburn is all the way to third. It's now 9-8. My goodness. A huge, costly throwing error.
She'd have been out of the inning, but
she sure would have.
That's something they work on every day.
So Mashburn strikes out. But a costly error and 2 are in. It's 9-8. There has been some discussion here. I don't really know what that was totally about. Mashburn still at third. Coach Fernandez.
A runner here.
Okay. All of that for just a runner? Wow.
Well, she has to tell him.
Well, I know, but this was a long, long conversation. There had to be something else going on in there. But that's Kaylee Elzy running for Mashburn. There's still only 1 out in the inning, and the batter is Riley Willis.
She did that to get Mashburn to catch her breath. And I think that's why the discussion was so long.
Oh, good point. She was chugging around, wasn't she? Cadence is not participating in the track and field events at Spring Fling. 1 ball, 1 strike. So runs 6, 7, and 8 in here. Little soft tapped foul ball to the right side. Lily Fox is on deck. Willis is 1 for 2. She's been on both at bats. And now off of the glove, they're going to throw home or to first. They throw to first, but the run is in. And we're tied at 9.
She thought about it. She thought
did.
about going home.
So the bases are clean, and there are 2 out. But Stewarts Creek has come off the deck and tied this ball game at 9-9. And Lily Fox, who hasn't been set down yet, takes a strike on the first pitch. Pitch on the way. Another strike called. PK Barnes came in and was rudely welcomed. Swing and a miss. Got her to chase one outside. And honestly, that's the second strikeout of the inning, but very strange inning, but a good one for Stewarts Creek. 4 big runs on just 2 hits, a solo homer and a single. There was a walk in the inning. And the biggest play of the game maybe so far, a huge error. And 3 runs come in. But anyway, there was no one left on base. So we hand it over to John. I've done all I can do, and after all of this, we're still tied. It's 9-9. John takes over in the 5th when we come back. State Farm Prep Sports.
You've heard people say, you know your work by your name, but there's no better name for residential and business concrete work than Dan France Concrete. From basic slabs to decorative stamping, for your next concrete project, call Dan France Concrete, 615-642-5152.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Trust me, Dan is committed to the community and will offer you a great product. He'll stand behind his work and make sure you're satisfied with every aspect of the work. Dan France Concrete.
Is your saving for retirement strategy involving the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday"? If so, we need to talk. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, and when it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started towards your retirement goals. Give us a call, Lee Colvin, at 615-907-7056. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Softball.
All right. Stewarts Creek battle back to a 9-9 tie here. John, take it away.
And Reagan Walters going to start off the inning with a base hit to right field. And it's going to get by Brawley. And she's going to go to third. She's trying. And there'll be no throw. So it's a leadoff single, a 2-base error by Brawley. And a good start for Green Hill now. The Hawks are trying to come back from a horrible inning last time. So Walters at third, nobody out. Make sure I've got this right, the batting order. Yeah. Here's Davis. Kendall Davis has hit a home run, driven in 3. She's walked, scored a run, and reached on an error. Mashburn in her second inning of work. The wind and the pitch. Swung on, popped up in the infield, going back and making the catch, and a nice catch is Fox, but the run scores. She was running back and couldn't get any momentum on the throw, so Green Hill takes the lead back on that, going to give her an RBI. That's Davis. It wasn't hit that far, but again, she was running back to make the catch, and she took off. Walter did, good speed. And that brings up Stockwell.
Well, John, I think right now the goal for both teams is going to be don't have huge innings.
Yes. That's definitely not guaranteed, however.
No.
The rate this game's going. Stockwell's walked twice and singled the pitch to her. Change up, must have been outside. 2 balls, no strikes. 10-9. Green Hill with the 1-run lead here. We are in the top of the 5th. Mashburn's ready, now the pitch. Swung on, grounded to short. Quiggle up with it, long throw in time for out number 2. So 2 away, and here's Chesney Whipker, 0 for 2 with a walk. Been a little bit of everything. Base hits, home runs, errors, walks. Whipker steps in there. Pitch, high fly ball to right. Brawley, does she have room? She does at the fence. And the inning is over. But Green Hill does take the lead, retakes the lead. 1 run on 1 hit. There was an error and nobody left. We have completed 4.5 going to the bottom of the 5th. It's 10-9 Green Hill over Stewarts Creek on State Farm Prep Softball.
Looking for the best Blue Raider gear in town? Raider Tees has you covered. From stylish apparel and hats to unique MT-themed gifts and accessories, we've got everything a true Blue Raider fan needs. Whether you're headed to the game, shopping for a fellow fan, or just want to show off your Middle Tennessee pride, Raider Tees is the go-to spot. Stop by 111 East MTCS Road, right across from MTCS, and check out our unbeatable selection. Raider Tees, bigger, better, and go blue.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Our game today brought to you by good neighbor State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton out on North Thompson Lane near Medical Center Parkway. State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton. Give her a call, 895-2700.
Bottom of the 5th. I believe that's still PK Barnes out there. I have no idea anymore.
It is.
And in a 10-9 game, Green Hill and the leadoff hitter is Quiggle, and the first pitch is swung on, foul back. 0-1. Quiggle, Stembridge, and Sandifer, the first 3 hitters. Quiggle has hit a home run, driven in 3 with that home run. Pitch swung on, a little soft grounder to the shortstop. Walter throws the first in time for out number 1. That'll bring up Stembridge, 0 for 3. That is very unusual. Popped up twice, and she's grounded to third. Great speed, love to get her on here. 1 out in the 5th. PK Barnes in relief of O'Donnell, who was in relief of Marseille. Pitch is swung on, foul to the screen, 0-1. Wind still blowing briskly out to left field. Beautiful day outside. Here's the pitch. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Stewarts Creek got 1 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, 4 in the fourth. Green Hill, 3 in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, none in the fourth. Here's a fly ball deep. This ball is going to be gone as Davis went over the fence, and now she is over the fence to go retrieve the ball. And we're tied again. Solo shot for Stembridge.
Well, you said Stembridge, it was kind of uncharacteristic. She must have heard you.
Evidently. I have that power. So again, another tie game at 10. Well, that was big. And here is Sandifer. walked, reached on an error, and homered. The pitch. Swung on. There's another drive. Deep left. Back and out of here. Back-to-back homers. And Stewarts Creek's taking an 11-10 lead. So P.K. Barnes being greeted rudely here in the 5th. First lead of the game for the Red Hawks. They lead it by 1, 11-10.
John, they were down 9-5. They were down, 6-1. Who would have ever thought something like this could happen?
Well, we mentioned at the beginning of the game, they can hit all the way down the lineup.
Yep.
Here is Brawley. Walked, flied out, and singled. Two home runs for Sandifer. Here's a swing and a foul back out of play. P.K. Barnes, the right-hander, pitches and reached out. She grounded it to second. Easy out for out number 2. This brings up Lexi Pope. Singled, grounded to first, and reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run. Left-handed batter. 2 away now, nobody on. Pitch is a strike call on the outside corner to the left-handed hitter. 11-10, Stewarts Creek. And the pitch swung on, lined right up the middle, but the shortstop Walter hauls it down, but not in time. Base hit. Pope reaches for the second time today. 3 hits in the inning. And here's Brawley. Addison has a good game going, 2 for 2 with a walk. She's also scored 2 runs. She's got a runner at first and 2 out here in the 5th. Brawley steps in there. Barnes looks over to the sidelines for what they want to throw to her. And here's the pitch. Into the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Pope at first. 2 away. The wind, the pitch, swung on. There's a grounder to short. Walter's going to go to first and gets her by about a step. And the inning is over. But not before Stewarts Creek takes the lead on 2 back-to-back home runs. There was also 3 hits in the inning, and they strand 1. We've completed 5. Our score, Stewarts Creek 11, Green Hill 10 here on State Farm Prep Softball.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks, half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza. It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you? Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things. No! Have some for yourself. Yes.
No! Get hot and ready slice and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Little Caesars Pizza is a proud supporter of all Rutherford County high school athletes. Be sure to visit your Murfreesboro Little Caesars today.
Pizza. I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Our game today brought to you by good neighbor State Farm Agents Celeste Middleton. Also Andy Womack, Dana Womack. What's his name? Ron Reeves? Emerson Williams? I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Just kidding.
You won't get any more pizzas.
They help bring you State Farm Prep Sports.
Here's Kaylin Barnes, the first hitter for Green Hill, and takes a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Caden Mashburn now working, her 3rd inning, I believe, here, yes.
Yes.
You got all that down now, I'm sure. I don't have to worry about the stats. I'm not even going to keep any.
It took me the entire 5th inning to get the pitching stats.
I noticed you were awfully quiet. Mashburn's pitch. Freshman winds and missed that corner, which he's been calling that most of the day.
Sun was in his eye.
2 balls, no strikes. 11-10, Stewarts Creek. Love to get this leadoff hitter. And here's the pitch. There's a strike called. Didn't look as good as the other one. 2 balls and a strike.
Mashburn, John, now beginning her 3rd inning.
Correct.
Has faced 2 over the minimum. Can't say that about any of the other pitchers in today's game.
The pitch. Swung on. High fly ball. I'm scared of every fly ball. Nice. No, it's dropped. Boy, they throw to second. Not in time. Give her a base hit. Give her a double. Here in the 6th. That was a tough chance out there for Fox. And really, it was in no man's land. She was really about the only person that could make that catch. She had it in her glove, and it popped out. So there is Burns down there at second. The enemy with a tying run down there at second. Here's Watson. Walked, popped up, and struck out. The pitch to her, high ball. Well, I've got a feeling this is going to go down to the final out today. It's one of those games. 11-10, Stewarts Creek. Green Hill with a tying run at second here in the 6th. Nobody out. Mashburn from the rubber, the pitch. Swung on, fouled back out of play. Not looking to bunt. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. We're from Starplex on a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous day. In fact, if anything, if you're not in the sun, it might even be a little cool. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, shot to short. Quiggle holds the runner, goes to first in time. That was a big out. Runner did not advance. 6-3 on the put out. And here's Jalen Page. Double, singled, flied out. She's 2 for 3. Right-hander steps in there. Here's the pitch from Mashburn. Swung on, high fly ball, right field, and Brawley has it. Runner's going to tag and will make it to third with 2 out. Well, here's the big out of the inning, but one of the bigger outs was that retiring Watson to short. And that brings up Julia O'Donnell, who was one of the pitchers in this game. She doubled. She's 1 for 3. She hit it a long way on that double. Here's the pitch. High, 1 ball, no strikes. Mashburn, the 3rd pitcher used by Jennifer Fernandez today. And she's kind of brought, I'm not going to say it till she gets this out.
Yep.
1-0 on the way. Swung on, fly ball, pretty well hit. Up against the fence and makes the catch. That's Stembridge. Woo, that was close. No runs. There was a hit, a leadoff double, and 1 left. We've played 5.5 going to the bottom of the 6th. It's still Stewarts Creek 11, Green Hill 10.
Each team knows which play will be the winning move. I'm good neighbor State Farm agent Dana Womack, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about combining your home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-900-0877 to make the winning move that can save you time and money.
With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Ron Reeves. Give me a call at 615-873-1700 and let me show you. With discounts up to 40%, you may find it even costs less.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
Whether it's the blazing heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter, let the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Conditioning on West College Street keep your home or business comfortable year-round. We service all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Rheem Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Just when you've got the pitching all straightened out in your stat book, they bring another pitcher out. Savannah Wilson, a junior. You got it down, haven't you?
I do.
Your stat sheet looks like a mess.
It's very nice, colorful.
It's colorful.
All the colors.
What does green stand for? What is
Those
that?
are the walks.
Oh.
All that red, that's all the hits. We need a few more hits. I'm not comfortable with a one run
Not in
lead.
this game, I'm not. Bottom of the sixth, Stewarts Creek 11-10 leading, and Mashburn going to be standing at the plate to lead off here. She reached on a throwing error. She struck out, but went all the way to third on a throwing error from the catcher. The pitch. Low, 1 ball, no strikes. Mashburn goes and takes a look at Coach Fernandez. Coach Fernandez doesn't have a gray hair on her head, but she might have after this game. There's a strike called, 1-1. You notice how I worded that nicely? Yeah. Kept me out of trouble.
Well, it's what you told me during the break.
No, don't go there. There's a strike. So Wilson coming in throwing some strikes. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
John, the only pitcher to pitch more than 2 innings is Mashburn.
Pitch is a strike called. Strikeout for Wilson. That's her first, and it brings up Riley Willis. Oh, they brought antiques out of the closet, hadn't they? Wow.
Man. Jim may take that camera and
Jim's a good guy. He understands. He knows. You're trying to get me in trouble, Brian.
Well, I think he just said that's one antique calling another antique.
That's exactly right.
Antique.
Exactly right. I know he's been around as long as I have. There's a pitch, strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike. Best photographer in the business, though, isn't it? Well, no, Helen's pretty good. I noticed I'm trying to cover myself.
He is the best antique photographer in the business.
Well, now you're in the doghouse. Here's a high pop-up to shallow left, but coming over and making the catch is Burns, and they're 2 away. Where's Wilson been all game? 2 outs here in the 6th. They've got 1 more shot at it, trailing by 1. And here's Lily Fox, who has singled, doubled, scored a run, and struck out. She's 2 for 3. And the first pitch is a strike called. She's coming in throwing strikes for sure. And the pitch. Swung on, high pop, foul territory, and they're not going to be able to chase it down. Page made a good effort. And in the hole here is Lily Fox. No balls, 2 strikes.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update for you. Eagleville leads 2-0 over North Green, bottom of the 3rd inning. So they're at bat, it looks like.
0-2 the count here. 2 out, nobody on. The pitch from Wilson. Oh, outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's look ahead, Brian. It's going to be the number 9, 1, and 2 coming up in the 7th. 1 and 2 to Lily Fox. The pitch. Jammed her. A little looper in the left field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. Fox never hesitated. Goes to second. She's in there. No hesitation whatsoever. It's double here for Fox. A little bit of hope here, a little glimmer to get that insurance run we need.
Well, she's 3 for 4 today, and then it gets us back to the top of the order, John. And between the first 3 batters, there have been 4 home runs.
Well, it would be nice if Quiggle could just get a single to get Fox in.
We don't want to be greedy or anything.
2 out. Wilson's pitch. Swung on, had a good cut, flies it out to right. It falls in for a base hit. Fox is going to score. I didn't think that had a chance of being fair. Hit them where they ain't. That's what I say. It's a single and an RBI and a huge RBI for Quiggle. She is now 3 for 5 in the game. And that brings up Stembridge. Homered her last time up. Her homer tied the game. Stembridge's homer, her second homer, won the game. You picked the player of the game today. I don't have a clue. Pitch is low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. A run is in. 2 hits in the inning. It's 12-10 now, Stewarts Creek. That insurance is super nice. And the pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. You know, if I was going to pick a player of the game, with all that hitting, just make it easy. Make it Mashburn if she can retire him in the 7th.
True.
The pitch. Inside. He call a strike on that one? 2-1. I guess he did, yeah. It was outside to me. I called it a ball, but it's 2-1. 2 out, the run. Swung on, shot through the left side, base hit. Well, never say die, Red Hawks. Stembridge with her second hit. And runners are at first and second. And here's Sandifer. 2 for 3. A walk, 2 solo homers. This is her 5th at bat. That's how many hits we've had in this game. The pitch. Swung on, had a great cut and fouled it back. So 3 hits now in the inning. All this happened after 2 away. Well, Green Hill beat them in the regular season 3-2, but Stewarts Creek with a 2-run lead here in the 7th in the state tournament. The wind, the 0-1. Low and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. That line drive by Stembridge, I had to wait, but it looked like it was going to be foul, and it stayed right on that line. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch popped up, right side, and it's going to be caught, and the inning is over. But not before Stewarts Creek gets an insurance run on 1 run on 3 hits. There was 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to hold 'em Red Hawks. It's Stewarts Creek 12, Green Hill 10.
Craig's Tax Service.
We perform tax preparation, individual tax returns, corporations, partnerships, and all your payroll bookkeeping needs.
Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service.
Craig's Tax Service is located just off Memorial on Heritage Park Drive. You can contact us at 890-2233.
It makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We are proud to support all Rutherford County student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
We're at Rick's Barbecue on Warrior Drive, talking with Anne Marie Brents.
When people walk in and they're like, tell me what's good, I usually tell them the loaded baked potato, which is a fully loaded potato with the butter, sour cream, cheese, bacon, and chives, and then we put meat on top of it.
At Rick's, they use the largest potatoes you can find.
Every Tuesday, we run a special on the loaded potatoes. We call it Tater Tuesday, and we sell a lot of potatoes.
Barbecue, smoked chicken, ribs, they've got it all at Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive, and online at ricksbbq.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Today's game brought to you in part by Fans Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, Sir Pizza, along with Bowen's Body Shop.
We'll go to the 7th. Green Hill's last shot at it. And I believe that's Frost leading off. And Mashburn This is her 4th inning now, and the wind and the pitch. Bunts it. It's a good one. Throw to first. Not in. Oh, they got her. And they are going to explode, and the first base coach is exploding. Brian, honestly, I believe you missed that one. But
oh, me.
There's no replay. And now
she hesitated. And that's kind of, you know, it was that hesitation. And honestly, the crowd had safe before she set out.
They're going to ask the home plate umpire here, I think.
Well, that's probably the right thing to do.
And third base umpire, they've got 3 of them here, and I think they're going to discuss this. And she is still down there. Frost is still down there at first. What did you think? I thought she was safe. You're gonna plead the 5th, aren't you?
I really don't have a good look.
Ben, what do you think, Ben? Had her out. Ben had her out. So okay, and you've had her out too?
And she is.
So 1 out. Well, that wasn't going to change anyway. So 1 out here in the 7th. Stewarts Creek only needs 2 more. I'm going to my official. If Ben says she's out, she's out.
That's how you're going?
Yeah. Ben's kind of like our engineer. He doesn't know it yet, but he's kind of like our engineer on the broadcast. 1 away. Here's Walter.
He's the Braves Network J-Chad, or what do they call him?
He's a what?
Don't they call the engineer guy J-Chad? Chadwick, I think is his name.
Here's the wind by Mashburn in the pitch. Line drive into center field, base hit. I didn't think it was going to be easy. Now if you're Green Hill that argued that call, they're going, wow, should have had 2 on, you know. But anyway, the tying run comes to the plate in the person of Kendall Davis. And that wind's still blowing out just like it's been all morning. Well, except we're almost to the afternoon now. Mashburn with 1 out, 1 on, 1 out. The wind of the pitch. Strike called right down the middle there. And it's 0-1. Brian, you've about lost your way, hadn't you? It's gotten so complicated.
I'm trying to keep up.
Okay. 0-1 pitch. Low. Willis faked the throw down. 12-10, Stewarts Creek with a 2-run lead and the tying run at the plate batting. Davis is homered in this game as well. That's a little scary. The wind, and here's the pitch. Swung on, caught into left field. 2 away. Nice play by Pope.
Anything to the left, John, is you got a lump in your throat.
And the last hope is Avery Stockwell, who's walked, singled, walked again, and grounded to short. Come on, Candace. Here we go. Mashburn really calmed everything down. Let's hope she can get this last out. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swung on, fouled away, out of play. In fact, it went to the other side of the other field over there where they're warming up. 0-1. Stewarts Creek 12, Green Hill 10. Top of the 7th. The wind in the pitch. Swung on, line drive, base hit, left field. Runners at first and second. Doesn't get any easier. Here's Chesney Whipker, flied out, popped up, walked, and flied out. We have retired her.
I do not want to see Kaylin Burns.
No.
And she's on deck.
There's 2 out. We need 1 more. Mashburn steps to the rubber. The wind in the pitch. Swung on, popped up. It's in play. Who's going to get it? Nobody gets it. But They don't have a play at home. They could have possibly had a play at second. It drops for a base hit. And Coach Fernandez preached that earlier, remember?
Yep.
Communication. And I don't know if somebody may have lost it in the sun, but we got a major mess here. The bases are loaded and 2 out, and your buddy is coming to the plate, Kalen Burns. Now the bases are loaded. Base hit could get 2 in. Runners, second and third. Thanks, Ben. That run scored, didn't it? There you go. 12-11. So they're only 60 feet away. And here we go. Here's Burns, a homer, a single, a pop-up, and a double. She's 3 for 4. 12-11, our score. That play come back to haunt Stewarts Creek. Here's the wind and the pitch. Line drive into left, falls in for a base hit. 1 run's in, 2 runs are in. Green Hill's taking the lead, and Kaylin Burns has done it again. Single, she drove in both runs. It's 13-12, Green Hill. Unbelievable. With 2 out. You know, you just got to tip your cap here. They have taken the lead, and here is Taylor Watson. The pitch. Swung on, blooped into left center, gonna fall for a base hit. Here comes another run, maybe. Throw to the plate, safe. 14-12. Single and an RBI for Watson. Just a little blooper, but it'll go down in history as one of the greatest hits they've ever had. 14-12. Green Hills come off the deck with 2 out in the top of the 7th.
They've singled us to death this inning.
5 hits, I think.
Yep.
So
4 in a row.
Here is Jayla Page. She has 2 hits on the day. She's 2 for 4. Watson down at second. Here's the pitch. Changeup is in for a strike, 0-1. Green Hill does not like that umpire. I don't think they like any umpires right now today.
Well,
they don't like the first base umpire. Mashburn gets the sign. The pitch. Line drive, left field, base hit and gets by. Another run is in. And making her way to third, she is going to be out. But the run scores. Give her a double, thrown out at second. Or at third, excuse me. But Green Hill gets 5 runs on 6 hits. They don't leave anybody. She's thrown out trying to make it to third. And we're going to the bottom of the 7th. Hold on to your hats, folks. It's now Green Hill 15, Stewarts Creek 12 on State Farm Prep Softball.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose. You do anything to protect your kids. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and it's important to protect them with life insurance. I can make it easy and affordable for you to protect your family.
Every team knows which play can be a winning move. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, here to help life go right by combining your home and auto insurance. Call me today at 615-890-0850. It's a winning move that saves you time and money.
Since 1966, Vans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products, Vans will do it all. Sell you your choice of products and then install it with their factory-trained, experienced professional staff. In the unlikely event you need service, Vans will be there with trained technicians. Vans Heating and Air is located on Jayhawk Court. Call 615-893-7930. Vans Heating and Air.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Softball.
All right, John, down 3 runs. Got to go get some here. It's last chance.
And the first pitch. Is that Wilson still out there? Yes. Yep. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, they got 5. Maybe we can get 5 or 4. There's a line drive right to the shortstop, Walter. 1 away. That was Brawley. And that brings up Lexi Pope. Pope is 2 for 4. The pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. So the 4th pitcher for Green Hill may get this win if she can get 2 more outs. I've said this before, though. The wind and the pitch. Outside, a ball and a strike. Wilson on the rubber. Here's the pitch. Outside again, 2-1. 15-12, Green Hill. Stewarts Creek's come off the deck 3 times in this game. Can they do it again? The pitch. Swung on, fouled to the screen. She's in the hole now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Or 2 balls, 2 strikes, excuse me. And the 2-2. Reached out there, just protecting the plate. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, Brian, I mean, after 2 out, Green Hill got 5 runs. Maybe we can get 3 or 4.
Well, I'm voting for 4.
Okay. The pitch. Outside. Yeah, because this is already like one of the longest softball games in history. Why not set the record?
It rivals their game last year, which had a 2.5-hour rain delay.
Oh, yeah. The pitch. Swung on, popped up to the screen. Pope staying tough. That was a nice effort by Frost. It didn't really make any difference. It already hit the screen. Wilson back on the rubber, and now the pitch on the way. Swung on, popped up, and caught by Whipker for out number 2. They're 1 out away. That brings up Brawley, the last hope for the Red Hawks. She is 2 for 3 and a walk. Grounded to short her last time up. 2 out, nobody on. Green Hill trying to advance to the winner's bracket. Pitch. Outside the ball. This crowd, this Green Hill crowd is going nuts. And the pitch. Outside again, 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0. Swung on, popped up, and out of play. 2-1. I would give you the hits, but I don't know them. It's what, 15, 62, and Stewarts Creek 12, 61 hits.
I have no idea.
It's a lot.
I guess that'd be something good to tally up here.
Two and 1 the count to Brawley, and the pitch. Reached out there, poked it out into center, and it's going to fall for a base hit. Here we go. I'm still hopeful, Brian.
Well, look what Green Hill did with 2 outs.
And Wilson's going to come in, I think, back in to pinch hit for Mashburn, who has hit the last couple of times. This time it's going to be Wilson. So you played, you started, and you've been sitting out for about 4 innings, and here you're back in. Wilson, when she was up the first time, flied out and popped up. She's 0 for 2 for the game. Runner at first, 2 out. Here's Wilson's pitch on the way. Swung on, popped up right side. If I hear the crowd roar, that means she caught it. She did not. And it's 0-1. Balls and a strike. 15-12. Green Hill with a 3-run lead. I haven't seen this many runs scored in a softball game in a long time.
Yeah, me either.
Not from both teams. I've seen teams score 15 or 12 or whatever, but not two teams. Now they got a loose ball. They're going to have to wait for or call time for the right fielder.
It's usually like a 12-2 game or something, and it's definitely not this long.
The pitch is a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Green Hill needs 1 out. We need 4 runs. The pitch. Swung again and fouled out of play. And she's in the hole now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now Green Hill fans on their feet. Cowbells ringing, everything. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Low, 2-2. That third out is always the toughest for anybody. Just ask Stewarts Creek. That second out, trying to get that third one was the pitch. Swung on, foul back again. Now if these two teams meet again, Brian, it'll probably be 2-1, 3-2. I mean, that's just the way the game is.
Yeah.
Wind won't be blowing out. Two and two. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. Wilson wanted that one. And
so did every Green Hill parent down there.
And that home plate umpire is hearing it. It's full. Briley down at first. The pitch. Liner off the first baseman's glove, but they're going to call it a foul ball, I think.
Yeah.
She was in foul territory when she caught it. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. You know, I don't know anything. I don't know the history about Green Hill. I don't know. She's like the fourth pitcher used. I don't know her history or anything, but I don't know if she's ever been in this situation before or not. I know she's a junior. Yeah.
Green Hill, by the way, is not a very old school.
Yeah.
And they came out buzzing in terms of, I mean, they've had a good softball team for many years.
Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Green Hill ends it for Stewarts Creek, at least for right now. No runs. There was a hit, 1 left. Stewarts Creek will go to the loser's bracket, and Green Hill will go to advance to the winner's bracket. Final score, Green Hill 15, Stewarts Creek 12. What a softball game. When we come back, we'll wrap things up here on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show coming up after this timeout.
Middle Tennessee Christian School, training for eternity.
We're going to be an educational institution that teach Bible every day. Every subject we teach, we're going to teach through a biblical perspective. In every aspect of our school, we're going to do it through a Christian perspective.
MTCS President Matt Tiller.
That also means that everything we do, we have to be excellent. We feel like Christ calls us to excellence. And so that means we have to be excellent academically. That means we have to be excellent athletically, because that's what God calls us to. It's a great place to be.
Invest in your child's future in an environment that fosters Christ-centered values. To find out more, visit mtcscougars.org.
Genesee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in treating local athletes here in Rutherford County. Here's Dr. Russell McKissick with TOA.
We have a passion here for taking care of our athletes here in Rutherford County. We really do our best to take care of them.
Experts in joint, bones, and muscles.
Many years we've been taking care of athletes around here, and we've just picked up where Dr. John started, and we just keep going.
TOA has a playbook that gets you back in the game. To request an appointment, visit TOA.com or call 855-NEED-TOA. TOA, live your best life.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Welcome back to Starplex here, home of the state tournament. Softball, girls softball, and the final score in this one, Green Hill wins it 15-12. It was a game of up and down, boy, I tell you. It was exciting to watch, but nerve-wracking at the same time. It's time for the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show. Whether it's heating or cooling, Prentice Allsup services all major brands and often provides same-day service. Their team of Rheem Pro professionals is dedicated to keeping your home or business comfortable year-round. Call at 615-890-1311 or visit PrenticeAllsup.com to schedule your service today. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, trusted comfort on West College Street. Brian, your thoughts of the game just overall? I mean, it was what a tremendous game. Unfortunately, somebody had to lose, and unfortunately, it was Stewarts Creek.
Yeah, it wild. If I had to describe it in one word, wild.
You're speechless.
I mean, I don't know that I've witnessed a game quite like this, John. Between the two teams, there were 32 hits.
Wow.
And between the two teams, there were 27 runs.
Yeah. Usually you don't see this kind of game in a state tournament game. You know, usually the pitching's dominant, really,
right,
to be honest. But it wasn't today. That wind blowing out to the left didn't hurt anything either for these hitters. But they're really two good hitting ball clubs, though. You got to know that as well.
Yeah, Stewarts Creek had 4 home runs, and Green Hill had 2. So we out-hit them, we out-home runned them, and
we didn't outscore them.
Did not outscore them, and that's where everything counts.
Well, our Dr. Automotive player of the game, good luck. I have no idea. I was leaning toward Mashburn. That inning hurt her in the last few innings, but that last inning was a killer. But who do you think?
My gosh, I mean it's really difficult. But I mean, Chloe Quiggle was 3 for 5. She drove in, John, 5 of their 12 runs today. Had a homer, a couple of singles.
Let's go with her.
Run.
And it's hard to believe that we're going. It's hard to pick one because Sandifer had 2 home runs.
Yeah.
You know, it was.
She drove in 2. She scored 3 herself with her 2 home runs. But yeah,
Chloe Quiggle.
I think Chloe Quiggle. Yeah.
All right, that's our Dr. Automotive players of the game. Dr. Automotive is your trusted local shop for top quality auto repair, specializing in both foreign and domestic vehicles. With ASC certified and master mechanics on staff, brothers Danny and Randy Brewer and their team are fully equipped to handle all your vehicle repair and maintenance needs. Visit them on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna or online at autorepair.smyrna.com. Our keys to the game today, it has to be for Green Hill, it was the top of the 7th, I guess.
Oh, no doubt. They were down by 2 runs. And, John, they were down to their last out.
Yeah.
And, in fact, if I'm not mistaken, Avery Stockwell was maybe down to her last strike. And then she got on. So then that put 2 on with 2 out. And then it was following her single was single, 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 or double. So 5 hits in a row. And they bring across.
And it wasn't like Mashburn was struggling. Runs. She was mowing them down pretty well. I mean,
up until that point, John, she had only given up 2 hits.
That little blue hit it to right field, right on the foul line, that was in their glove, and I guess they didn't communicate very well. That really hurt. I thought that was one hit that was kind of tainted, but other than that, they hit the ball. That's your Craig's Tax Service keys to the game. Tax laws can be complex, so it's smart to get expert help with your taxes. Craig's Tax Service specializes in personal and business tax preparation, as well as financial and bookkeeping services. Call them today at 615-890-2233 or check out craigstaxservice.com. And if you missed part of the game, you can head to WGNSSports.com and click on the Sir Pizza podcast button to listen, watch, or download. You can also check the archives for past games. Don't forget, you can order your favorite pizza online as well. Brian did that last night. I can tell.
2 nights ago.
Oh, 2 nights ago. Well, I can still tell. Visit SirPizzaTN.com for carry-out or delivery, and better yet, download their app to start earning rewards points. Find Sir Pizza on East Main, South Church Street, and Memorial Boulevard.
Okay, Mr. Taquito.
Oh, it was good this morning.
So were my captain's wafers.
Well, you made me get up so early in the morning to do a game, and we sat here for 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Didn't need to come that early, did we? You've got the stats brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. And all I can say is good luck.
Well, I will preface this by saying, as you're listening to WGNS Murfreesboro Smyrna, these are unofficial.
Unofficial?
Yeah, unofficial.
In other words, they're probably not right. Okay.
Yeah, there's something in here.
Margin for error. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. First of all, a little bit about Green Hill. Caitlin Burns today, I thought, killed us. 4 for 5 at the plate, 2 runs scored. She drove in 5 runs. She had 2 singles, a double, and a 3-run homer. So she came up really big for them. And Jayla Page was 3 for 5 with a couple of doubles and a single as well. 2 for 3 for Avery Stockwell, 2 for 4 for Reagan Walter. Just to look at a few of their players. Their pitching staff, 4 pitchers today. Marseille, the starting pitcher, went 1 inning, gave up 3 runs, 5 hits, no strikeouts, and 1 walk. O'Donnell, in her 2 innings, 3 runs, 4 hits, no strikeouts, 2 walks. Barnes, in her 2 innings, 5 runs, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. And Wilson, who came in the last 2 runs, 1 hit, in 2 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, and 2 strikeouts. For Stewarts Creek, 3 for 5 for Chloe Quiggle with a run scored, 5 driven in, a homer and 2 singles on the day. Jalen Stembridge was 2 for 5 with a run scored and 1 driven in, a homer and a single. Samaya Sanderford, 2 for 4, 3 runs scored, 2 RBI, and she had 2 homers today in the 4th and 5th innings. Jaden Brawley was 1 for 4 with a single, 2 for 5 Lexi Pope with a run scored and a run driven in. 3 for 4 for Addison Brawley with a run scored, 2 singles. I'll make that 3 singles for her today. And 1 for 4 for Riley Willis. Lily Fox was 3 for 4 with a single and 2 doubles, and she scored 2 runs. For the pitching staff, Brawley, 2 innings, 4 runs, 4 hits, no strikeouts, 3 walks. Walks were really tough today, 7 walks in the game. And that's one thing Mashburn did not do, is she did not issue a walk. Sanderford, in her 2 innings, 5 runs, 3 hits, a strikeout, and 4 walks. Mashburn, in her 3 innings pitched, until the 7th inning, had only given up 1 run and only 3 hits. But 9 hits for the afternoon total, a strikeout, and again, no walks. This was definitely a wild game. Green Hill came out off the deck, first 3 innings, scored 3 runs apiece. So it was 3-1, then it was 6-1, then it was 6-4, then it was 9-4, then it was 9-5, then it was 9-9. I mean, it's just wild. The big blow was the 5th inning. The only inning that Stewarts Creek did not score a run was the 7th, when we had to have it. Green Hill did not score in the 4th or the 6th innings, but they put up some big numbers in all but the 5th when they only had 1 run. So 15-12 the final score. 15 runs on 15 hits for Green Hill. Stewarts Creek, 12 runs on 17 hits. And with that being said, before I go away from this page and tell you what's next for Stewarts Creek, they are in the bottom of the 4th. Let me update that because that may be a little further down the road. Eagleville, top of the 5th, are up 10-0 over North Green. And I guess, and they're in the 5th inning. So if North Green doesn't score, Eagleville will win that ball game. So that's what's going on there. And taking a look at the 4A bracket, Green Hill will move on to play Dixon County at 3:30. They'll play right here on this field, and it will not be 3:30. But Stewarts Creek will play at 3:30 versus Farragut. that one has a chance to be at 3:30 because they're already playing another game on that field right now, Starplex Field number 3, and they're in the top of the first. So they started around noon. So we'll see. Honestly, it's going to take a minor miracle for us to be able to guarantee that we get in Siegel tonight and do the afternoon game for Stewarts Creek, which we had planned to try to do, and we still may. It'll just depend on if things work out. But we do want to get some baseball in this evening and do want to go over to Siegel tonight. And so we'll just have to kind of take a wait-and-see approach to that. Blackman baseball will play at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So they'll be in their first action today. And let me pull up my brackets.
Eagleville plays baseball at 4 or 5. I'm not sure.
4. They play East Robertson at 4 o'clock today. And, again, Blackman is at 4 o'clock. And trying to find that bracket is the issue here. I can't remember the opponent. Green Hill. How could I forget that? And they play at Oakland. So that'll be at 4 o'clock. So 2 baseball games at 4 and 1 at 6:30. And that 6:30 Siegel-Rossview game is our broadcast game for this evening. And we'll see what we can get to. But, John, the Spring Fling information, you will get plenty of it this afternoon because Spring Fling HQ is going to follow us here.
All right. And they're ready to go, aren't they?
Yep,
they're ready to go.
They kicked it off about 13 minutes ago.
All right. Well, you may hear from us later in the afternoon, but definitely we're going to be on it with the Siegel game tonight.
Yep.
From Siegel High School. All right. That's going to do it for us. For right now, we're going to go. What are we going to do? You're not going to buy lunch. I know that.
No, Mr. Taquito.
Cheapskate. For Brian Barrett and Jackson Smith back at the station, who is pulling he's pulling a marathon
It's
today.
not an all-nighter, but it's an all-dayer.
Yeah, all-dayer. For him back at the station. And this is John Dinkins. Until we talk to you soon, or as Dalton would say, we'll talk to you later. This is John Dinkins. So long, everybody.
Rutherford County's biggest sports events are on News Radio WGNS, FM 101.9, FM 100.5, AM 1450, streaming at WGNSSports.com on our iPhone and Android apps, and always at the game.